47 million years ago, something enormous moved through the swamp forests of ancient India. It did not chase. It did not need to. It waited beneath dark water, hidden under floating leaves and curtains of mist, until the ground itself seemed to tighten around its prey. This was Vasuki indicus, a prehistoric Indian snake that may have reached nearly 49 feet long. For decades, Titanoboa ruled every list of giant extinct snakes. Then, fossil vertebrae surfaced from a lignite mine in Gujarat, and that throne suddenly looked far less secure. The bones were buried deep inside the lignite mine, where black layers of compressed earth preserve a world that no longer exists. The mine is hot, dusty, and harsh today, but the rock tells another story. During the Eocene, Western India was wet, green, and heavy with life. Thick forests crowded slow rivers. Mud sucked at the edges of warm pools. Insects droned in the humid air. Crocodile-like reptiles drifted just below the surface. Early mammals slipped through the undergrowth beneath giant ferns. And somewhere in that drowned landscape, Vasuki waited. Scientists did not find a skull or a complete skeleton curled in stone. They found a series of large vertebrae, the bones forming the backbone. To most people, they might resemble broken chunks of rock. To paleontologists, every curve, ridge, and joint carries clues. Their shape showed that the animal belonged to an extinct snake family called madsoids, ancient serpents that survived for tens of millions of years. Their size suggested something far beyond an ordinary snake. But one detail hidden in those bones may reveal how this monster hunted, and it is more frightening than simple speed. By comparing the fossils with the backbones of living and extinct snakes, researchers estimated that Vasuki indicus measured roughly 36 to 49 feet long. At the upper end, it would have stretched longer than a city bus. Even the lower estimate places it among the largest snakes ever discovered. A creature this large was probably not a fast, whip-like hunter. Its body would have been heavy, muscular, and slow to accelerate. On open ground, it may have looked almost awkward, dragging its bulk through mud and tangled roots. But in thick swamp vegetation or shallow water, speed mattered less. Concealment mattered more. Patience mattered more. Vasuki may have hunted as a colossal ambush predator. The water at an Eocene pool lies brown and still. Heat clings to the air. A small mammal approaches the bank, pulled forward by thirst. Nothing moves. No eyes break the surface. No ripple exposes the danger. Then the mud erupts. A massive head strikes, jaws open, backward-pointing teeth lock into flesh, built to hold rather than slice. The snake's body coils around the victim in seconds. But what exactly did it eat? That remains one of the story's darkest mysteries. Without a skull or fossilized stomach contents, its menu is uncertain. The region contained fish, turtles, crocodilian relatives, and early mammals. A large Vasuki may have targeted animals approaching the water or pushing through dense vegetation. After the struggle ended, it would have swallowed its prey whole. And the climate made such a giant possible. Snakes depend heavily on outside heat. Their bodies do not produce warmth the way mammal bodies do. A warmer world can support larger reptiles because the environment helps power their metabolism. During the Eocene, global temperatures were much higher than today. India was also moving northward after separating from Madagascar, carrying its own collection of animals across the ancient Tethys Ocean toward Asia. Vasuki lived in a world shaped by heat and isolation. India was not yet fully joined with the Asian continent. It was a drifting landmass, almost a biological ship loaded with strange creatures. Tropical forests covered the ground. Broad wetlands spread between rivers. Seasonal rain fed swamps that became perfect hunting territory for a huge, patient serpent. The species name, indicus, points to India. Together, Vasuki indicus sounds less like a fossil label and more like a warning carved into stone. Yet the comparison everyone wants is not with mythology. It is with Titanoboa. Titanoboa cerehonensis lived in what is now Colombia, roughly 58 to 60 million years ago. Estimates often place it near 42 feet long, although reconstructions vary. It inhabited hot tropical wetlands after the extinction of the non-avian dinosaurs. Thick-bodied and immensely powerful, Titanoboa became the global symbol of prehistoric snake gigantism. So did Vasuki beat it? Possibly. But here is the catch the headline cannot settle. Length estimates based on isolated vertebrae carry uncertainty. Snakes have many vertebrae, and their proportions vary across the body and between species. Without a complete skeleton, researchers must calculate a range rather than declare a perfect measurement. At its minimum estimate, Vasuki was shorter than the largest Titanoboa estimates. At its maximum, it may have been longer. But length alone cannot tell us which snake was heavier, stronger, or more dangerous. Titanoboa may have been bulkier. Vasuki may have been longer and more slender. One may have dominated deep tropical rivers, while the other waited in forested marshes. Comparing them is like comparing two shadows from different worlds. Both are incomplete. Both are enormous. Both are reconstructed from bones that survived against impossible odds. Now return to that clue in Vasuki's spine. Its vertebrae suggest a broad, robust body, but not one designed for sustained speed. That supports the idea of a slow ambush hunter, perhaps living somewhat like a gigantic python. It may have remained motionless for hours or days, conserving energy, then exploded into action when prey moved within reach. That was its real weapon: stillness. A predator that large could disappear in the right environment because the swamp was full of roots, shadows, floating branches, and dark water. The horror was not watching a giant snake approach. The horror was realizing it had been beside you the entire time. Eventually, Vasuki vanished. Climate shifted. India collided with Asia. Habitats changed, rivers moved, and forests transformed. Its giant snake lineage faded, leaving scattered bones sealed inside sediment. Then miners and scientists opened the earth. The discovery of Vasuki indicus did more than add another giant extinct animal to a list. It revealed that prehistoric India hosted predators on a scale few people had imagined. It also challenged the belief that Titanoboa stood alone as the ultimate prehistoric snake. And the most unsettling possibility remains. The vertebrae from Gujarat may not belong to the largest Vasuki that ever lived. They belong only to one animal that fossilized, survived 47 million years of pressure, escaped destruction, and happened to be uncovered. Beneath other mines, riverbeds, and ancient rock layers, larger bones may still be waiting. Titanoboa may still hold the crown. Or deep beneath India, the true Serpent King may still be buried.